The blessing.
Bringing comfort to people is a very important part of a pastoral ministry and of pastoral counseling. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to bring the blessing to people based on the book The Blessing by Gary Smalley and John Trent. I hope you enjoy this lecture.
This video is based on the book The Blessing by Gary Smalley and John Trent. First, let's explain what a blessing is. A blessing is an unqualified statement of love and acceptance. This is usually given by parents. When a person does not receive a blessing or receives an inadequate blessing from the parent, he or she craves it all their life and needs to receive it from God, first of all, their spouse, their friends, their pastor, and even pastoral counselors. The biblical pattern of the blessing can be found in Genesis 27 in the story of Isaac, Jacob, and Esau. When Isaac was old and his eyes were so weak that he could no longer see, he called for Esau, his older son, and said to him, "My son." "Here I am," he answered. Isaac said, "I am now an old man and don't know the day of my death. Now then, get your weapons, your quiver and bow, and go out to the open country to hunt some wild game for me. Prepare me the kind of tasty food I like, and bring it to me to eat, so that I may give you my blessing before I die." Isaac recognized the need to bless his son. This blessing is a statement of a parent's approval and of his dreams for the future. Jacob, his brother, pretended to be Esau, stealing the blessing that would have been Esau's. Here is the blessing that Isaac gave Jacob, thinking it was Esau. "May God give you of heaven's dew and of earth's richness, the abundance of grain and new wine. May nations serve you and people bow down to you. Be Lord over your brothers, and may the sons of your mother bow down to you. May those who curse you be cursed, and those who bless you be blessed." This is the covenant blessing that was passed down from Abraham. A blessing helps form a child's self-image for a lifetime. Esau's response when he discovered that Jacob had taken the blessing is enlightening. Here it is. Esau said to his father, "Do you have only one blessing, my father? Bless me too, my father." Then Esau wept aloud. Esau coveted that blessing. He wanted that blessing, as every child wants a blessing from their parent. So his father gave him this blessing: "Your dwelling will be away from earth's richness, away from the dew of heaven above. You will live by the sword, and you will serve your brother, but when you grow restless, you will throw his yoke from off your neck." A blessing defines and molds who it is that we are becoming. We give a blessing to others in order to reshape and reform who they are, in order to give them what they never had, and in order to express unqualified love and acceptance for them. A blessing is one of the most powerful tools that a pastor or pastoral counselor can use. Now, Smalley and Trent in their book define 5 elements of giving a blessing. First, the use of meaningful touch. Second, the giving of a spoken message. Third, attaching high value to the person. Fourth, picturing a special future. And fifth, having an active commitment to make that future happen. First, using meaningful touch. People need to be touched physically. Blessings are passed through physical contact. Many people go through tragedy and loss and are rarely physically touched. Widows, for example, often find that the only time they ever receive hugs after the death of a spouse are when they go to church. It's important that we touch people physically to let them know we care. Of course, we use prayer with that touch whenever possible. To lay hands on a person to pray or to lay our hand on their forearm is a powerful tool to show that we care. Touch must be chaste, of course, and devoid of any sexual connotations. We must be aware that some people are uncomfortable with touch, and so we have to be careful in using it. But not to use it can do more harm than using it. Second, the message must be spoken. Blessings have to be spoken and or written to have power. The power of the spoken word is great. Seek out encouraging things to say to other people and encourage them in every possible way you can. Write notes of encouragement, telling people what you think of them, how much you appreciate them, what you admire in them. Attach a high value to that person and show them their value. Tell people what is good about them. A rule of thumb is this: use 10 words of encouragement for every word of rebuke or correction. If you believe people need correction, they do, but they also need to be encouraged, and you make sure that you're as quick to encourage as you are to rebuke. Value their positive characteristics. One thing you want to avoid is giving false praise by suggesting traits that are not theirs. Make sure that when you encourage people, you actually tell them what really you like about them and not what you would like to see changed in them, but encourage what is really positive about them. Fourth, picturing a special future. The word that's important here is the word picture. Pictures are more powerful than words alone. Paint word pictures when you're encouraging them. Use word imagery, not just spoken language. When we see the blessings in the Bible, they frequently use imagery of talking about being a lion's club or about how they will shake off the yoke, is the case in Isaac. It talks about God's special favors being the apple of their eye. Use word images to draw pictures of those that you're trying to bless. Tell them they're lions. Tell them they're tigresses. Tell them, use metaphors and imagery that will speak to the heart. Paint a picture of what they can be with God's help. Your image will do more to form them than just about anything else. Have an active commitment to make that blessing happen. Take an active interest in what interests them. If it's your child and they're interested in astronomy, you read up on astronomy too, so you can speak to them. If it's a friend of yours that is building, that is interested in building something, you make sure that you know what it is they're building and can talk intelligently to them about it. Back up your blessing with a promise to help. Tell them, I'll do anything I can to help you, and mean it.
More than people need to be lectured, they need to be blessed. Learn how to give a blessing, not only in your pastoral life, but in your personal life as well.